Yo, what's up guys? Gecko here, and today we are back for another episode of our Bluntlocke challenge. We have quite a different style of video today. Unfortunately, we did lose some of the audio recording of the previous two episodes that I recorded. I do have the gameplay footage as you can see, so this is going to be more of a narration, almost recap style episode. So the first main thing is that we started with this double battle. That was where we left off last time. It was the first thing we were going to do in the next episode. So we end up doing that. Unfortunately, during this battle, we do end up losing Woodsy. Woodsy goes down due to a rock slide from the Excadrill, something that should not have happened because I know that Excadrill gets rock slide. I know that it has it at this level. It just slipped my mind at the time because we were fighting two ground types. My mind was just in the space of, hey, send out our flying type against the ground types. That's logical. Totally forgot it gets that move. And Woodsy unfortunately goes down. The saddest part is that she does take a hit, but the Hippowdon double teams her and goes for Crunch in the same turn and kills her before we can do anything. So unfortunately, we end up losing Woodsy here, which is very sad. Woodsy put in a lot of work for us, and she was just a great addition to the team, to be honest. So really unfortunate loss here, but we do end up winning the rest of the battle without any other casualties. So after this battle, we then proceed to the next route, and this is a new area to get an encounter. Unfortunately, what ends up happening is that the Sneasel ends up dying due to the rocky helmet that we have on Spike, so we don't end up getting this capture. Otherwise, we would have had a Sneasel. So that was unfortunate as well. We're not really off to a great start here, but we just keep trucking ahead and we make it to the next town. It's not very far from where we are. So then we're able to heal up the team and add a replacement Pokemon. Now that Woodsy has unfortunately passed away and is no longer with us, we end up bringing the Silicobra, back onto the team here. Just temporarily is not going to help with the Ice type gym, but it's someone that has already started to have been trained in the past. So I figured just throw it on the team for now. It can sit in the back and get that experience, and it can be very helpful in the future. So then we just proceed to walk around the town and essentially just explore and collect items from places, especially the hotels in the kind of town square or town circle rather area. There's some things that we can get from inside there, such as the catching charm from the director. We get the PM for fake tears, and so there are a few things in here that we're not really going to use them probably. I don't know that fake tears will really come in very much handy maybe in the future for some niche scenario, but we might as well collect everything that we can while we're in the city. We also stop by the clothing shop because we are obligated to do so every time that there's a clothing store available to us, and we fully complete our schoolgirl anime look now that we're able to get a button-up blouse top. So we are now full schoolgirl mode, probably the first good thing to happen to us this episode. And then we proceed forward. And what we can do now is go to the wild area and get a couple encounters there, as we did not do so after the last few gyms. And when we go here to the wild area, one of the places we choose to get an encounter, we do wind up fighting a Sneasel again as our first encounter, and we do catch this Sneasel. So we do actually get a Sneasel to add to the team. We name it Swiper, and we are going to add it right away as it can be very helpful for this gym being an ice type that resists, and being able to learn some solid moves overall through TMs. The next encounter that we get in the wild area is a Lombre. We also managed to catch this, so that is another addition to our PC team. I, for the life of me, cannot think of a nickname to give this Lombre, and I sat there thinking and just ended up never giving it a nickname because I couldn't think of one. If you have a clever name for a Lombre that fits with our cartoon slash animated character theme for names that we have going on, let me know. We can add a name to this Lombre anytime. I literally could not think of anything. So then we proceed to the next route after the town before we take on the gym so that we can get another encounter just to see what's in here. We do end up finding a Kingler, which we do catch and add to the team. Another Pokemon that we're not really going to be using, probably, at least not at the moment, as it really doesn't get much outside of water type attacks. That's very good. But we do welcome Sebastian onto the PC team. He can chill there in case we need him. Once we're on this route, we also go ahead and challenge this trainer here just to get the experience from it, of course. The initial reason I had started on this route before doing the gym was that I thought that we could get our bike upgrade to be able to bike on the water because we do get that on this route later. However, once I actually got there, I found out that you can't do that yet, so we actually have to wait until after the gym. The reason I wanted it is because we can go to the Lake of Outrage, which is an area in the wild area that has really good mons that we could potentially run into and good items. So we'll have to do that after the sixth gym. That's what our wild area encounter will be after this. That's the area we'll go to once we're actually able to upgrade our bike. But we do beat this trainer without a hitch. Nothing bad happens to us, so all is well there. And we head back to town to enter the gym and what is possibly the worst gym in the entire game. I absolutely hate this gym challenge. It's not fun at all. It's more tedious than anything. We do get some experience from fighting trainers along the way. Swiper gets some screen time. We did give him a cool new move set. He has Brick Break through TM, which is really good coverage for him to take on other ice types of his own. He also is able to learn Whirlpool, which is very strange. I don't know why Sneasel can get Whirlpool, but it can, and so we taught it for water coverage. It's a special move, and it's really not that strong, so I don't know that it will actually come in very handy. I'll probably replace it as soon as we get something better, but I just figured why not throw it on there just to have as much coverage as we can. While we're going through this gym, we have another tragedy, unfortunately. This cloister that we were battling ends up going for Shell Smash, which is a very scary situation to be in. Now, what happens next is really, really unfortunate and avoidable because it did not need to happen. The reason we lose someone here is purely due to my own stupidity. So I go into Spike, and hoping to resist the stab moves that it has. We're a water dragon type. We at least are neutral with ice and completely resist water types. But I think this thing has skill link because it does end up hitting us 5 times in a row and does quite significant damage that Spike cannot take. So I then go into Arcanine Charlie, who obviously is at the type disadvantage with water here, but I figure we get an Intimidate off and it probably is not going to go for a water move that turn since Spike was just out. So it's probably going to go for an ice move. It does end up using Razor Shell and killing Charlie, and this was a complete misplay on my part because I should have just gone for extreme speed here. I was just really stupid. There's no excuse. I'm still really upset that we lost Charlie here. It didn't need to happen. If I had just gone out and done extreme speed, it would have killed with Shell Smash lowering its defenses, and it shouldn't have played out the way that it did. So I'm really sorry, Charlie. I'm really sorry, guys, for losing her. This was honestly the stupidest death we've had in the run so far. Absolutely never should have happened. But we do lose Charlie here, which is a very heavy blow to our team. Charlie has been honestly probably one of our biggest MVPs and has really carried us through a lot of tough battles. So this is a huge void to fill and a very tough blow to the team. But we do lose Charlie. She is unfortunately no longer with us. We managed to get through most of the rest of the gym okay. I decide to pull out and leave before we actually get to the gym leader because I don't want to be stuck into doing that fight at the level we're at, especially after losing Charlie. Our team is in no position to be fighting this gym right now at all. So I leave before we are stuck into the gym leader's room, and I go back to do some training, and we do rebuild our team a bit. We end up pulling our Vulpix that we had caught in the past to replace Charlie as a fire type. Vulpix also gets some really good options, such as extrasensory, is a psychic type move that she can learn, so that's good type coverage, especially since we just lost Woodsy, who had psychic moves. So we do bring Vulpix onto the team, and that's basically where we left off before the next episode. So I am going to get everyone trained up, get Vulpix evolved with a Firestone, and just get us in tip-top shape for this gym so that we're actually ready to do such a tough, important battle coming up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that we lost these previous episodes and that this is kind of a weird, different style of doing things, but I hope that this suffices in place of, the audio that we lost. The only other alternative was just, doing the next episode without being able to show anything at all. So I'm glad we at least had the gameplay footage to go back and look at. So I hope you guys are looking forward to next time as we rebuild a bit and take on this gym and move forward with our journey. We're getting close to the end game now. This is the 6th gym battle we'll be doing, so we're getting pretty close, guys. I'm excited to see what happens from here, and I hope you stick around. I'll see you next time.